Hello, hello. Thank you for checking. Oh, let me close the window here. Thank you for checking in. Let me say hello to everybody. Well, let me do one more thing. Open that out the way. Thank you for checking in. It is Thursday. Stupid question day.
Last week.
Ooh, there's you too. This is a regular feature of Live with Lorielle New, where I put on the genius cap right here. The genius cap, imbued with the power of geniosity, which allows me to answer any question about any topic in the entire universe with complete accuracy. Guaranteed, according to me. Hello, Tesis. Thank you so much for checking in. David Jones says a genius should be able to make today Friday. David Jones, I said I was a genius, not a magician. Hello. So let me say hello to everybody. Ooh. So, if you're writing something, I'll probably have to ask you to write it again in a minute because it'll be rolled away and I won't be able to see it. But let me say hello to Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Ian J. Thomason and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and Terry Sue and Brett and Joe Barney and N1QOV and Cosmic Joe and Boot and Swede and Phil Chandler and Sam and St. Clinton. Hello! Let me make sure I got everybody here and Wing Doggy. All right, hello. And anyone else who's watching, thank you for checking. Great to see everybody. All right. How's everybody's day going? Okay, now somebody asked a couple questions, and I've already... Okay, Marcel said, would you rather have a bell go off every single time you're aroused or a sharp pain in your side every time somebody says your name? Well, you have two choices. Either live with pain or live with ringing, or change your name to just a symbol, an unnamed sound like Prince did. Maybe that's why he did it. Or never, ever get aroused. Which would I rather pick? Besides looking for a way around that, I'll go with the bell. The bell that goes off every time I'm aroused. Oh, and Linda said she had a good day. She had a bone scan and a mammogram. Lots of fun. Ding, 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 ding. Tisa says, if your car says Dodge on the front of it, do you really need a horn? Yes! Because not everybody can see you coming, but they still need to hear you. Hello, Sam and Philip Chandler. Great to see you guys on YouTube. For anyone on YouTube, oh, it looks really blurry on YouTube. It's weird. I don't have the lights on. I just have the window light, and it looks like a clear picture on Google Hangouts, and it's totally like blurred out on YouTube. What? Why? Why is it like that? The picture's really horrible. Is it just my screen? Marcel says, why is the word bra singular but panties are plural? Because, Marcel, you have to change your panties every day. So you always have plural panties. Nobody has one pair of panties. But you can wear your bra. You don't have to change your bra every day because it doesn't get dirty the same way unless you're extremely sweaty. So you could have one bra, but you still need many panties. Tisa says, this is your question is faulty. Your question is faulty because you're starting with an inaccurate premise. Tisa says, why can't women put on their mascara with their mouth closed? Well, actually, they can. So your question is a faulty question with no answer. David Jones says, would you ever date a gynecologist? No. No. I'm sorry, but no. Though, I have to say, I never go to male doctors. I only see female doctors. Because David Jones says, how do they have wives? I don't know. I don't know. When you're looking at that all day long, I don't know. I'm not going to think about it because it starts putting too many pictures in my brain. Tisa says, why is there a light in the fridge but not in the freezer? Because the fridge is big and deep and has lots of nooks and crannies, and the freezer is usually small. So you don't need a light in it. And you shouldn't be opening the freezer to get that ice cream at night anyhow. Tisa, I told you, no more ice cream late at night. David says, what? Wait, which question did they say that for? Oh, the gynecologist. No, it's not that I don't have answers. I just don't want to picture the answers. I'm trying to avoid putting that visual image. I know. Tisa says, I go to the gym. I can eat my ice cream. Yeah, I see. I don't have the lights on. I just have the window light coming in. And you know what? I don't think it's enough light. And that's why I think the picture is bad on YouTube, because I think it's not quite bright enough for my camera. You haven't stumped me, David Jones. Not in the least. I'm just staying away from the trauma. Maybe I should put the lights on. Is it really blurry for everyone else? My goodness. Why does mineral water that trickles through the mountains for centuries have a use-by date? Because it can, once it's packaged and put in a plastic bottle and sitting on your windowsill for 3 months, you cannot guarantee that something might start to grow. Hello, Wing Doggy. Hi, N1QOB. Hello. Tisa says, here is a question for your Disney fans. Why does Goofy stand on 2 legs while Pluto remains on 4? They're both dogs, but Goofy obviously is a much further evolved dog because he's a human dog, a talking, walking, human, full character dog, and Pluto's a dog. Yeah, see, here's the dirty secret that Disney doesn't want you to know. Pluto is a hybrid. He's half human, half dog. Somebody at the House of Mouse was, yeah. Marcel says, how is it that we put a man on the moon before we figured out that it would be a good idea to put wheels on luggage? That was because, Marcel, in the good old days of flying, they used to have curbside service. Flying was actually a lot more luxurious in the beginning, seats were larger and wider. They gave you food. They had curbside service to check in your bag and people to carry things. Now they've cut back on employees and costs. They've cut all the frills out, all the luxury. People used to dress up to go on an airplane. Now you gotta lug your luggage across a half a mile of airport, and so you need it to be a lot more portable. No, David Jones, Pluto is Mickey's pet. If Wile E. Coyote has enough money to buy all of the Acme crap, why doesn't he just buy his dinner instead of trying to chase the Roadrunner? Because you don't understand. He must chase the Roadrunner just as the Roadrunner must run and taunt the Coyote. Because a Roadrunner is a Roadrunner. He runs. Coyote is a Coyote. He chases. It's about the chase. It's just about the chase. He's not even interested in eating the Roadrunner. He just wants to chase him. Marcel says, once you're in heaven, are you stuck wearing the clothes you were buried in for eternity? No, Marcel. Dead people don't wear clothes because they're just balls of energy. You just see fuzzy balls of energy, but you... There's no need for clothes when you're a spirit. Spirits don't even necessarily have a gender. A spirit, an energetic being, is not the same as a human anymore. They don't have the same rules about their bodies or definitions of what they are the same way you are when you're a human. You're changed. David Jones says, I saw a picture of the Toronto subway. It's 50 years old today, and people were dressed up. And they used to go on the subway. People used to dress up all the time. Think about it. In the 50s, people used to always, no matter where, even if you were going to high school, you wear a buttoned shirt and ties and belts and combed your hair. No more, none of this. Wearing flip-flops every day of the year for 365 days, even if you're in wintertime. Wearing shorts when it's not appropriate. To restaurants, people with flip-flops and shorts in a restaurant. What's wrong with you? Put on some grown-up clothes. Put on some grown-up clothes. Don't you have any big boy pants? Marcel says, why do you have to put in your 2 cents? But people only give you a penny for your thoughts. That's the inflation. You always end up putting in more. I put in 2 pennies worth of thoughts, and you're only giving me 1 penny back. Maybe you should just keep your thoughts to yourself, because obviously I only value them half as much as you do. David Jones says 50 years ago was 1966. Yeah, but David Jones, you have to remember it's Canada we were talking about. So Canada was a little bit slower. Howling doggy. Marcel says, if Cinderella's shoe fit so perfectly, why did it fall off in the first place? Because she was running! Marcel, when was the last time you tried to run in pumps? Huh? You can't run in pumps, they'll fall off. She was running downstairs. Tisa says, why is there an expiration date on sour cream? Because, Tisa, sour cream is sour, but that doesn't mean it can't mold. If you keep it too long, it will mold. David Jones says, were pumps invented so that women couldn't run away? Pumps were invented because everybody looks a little sexier with an extra 4 inches. Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds like an innuendo. Marcel says, would you rather eat a potato and feel its pain or be a potato? I don't want to be the potato. Hi, Sam. Of course. David Jones says, you wish you had an extra 4 inches. David Jones, by wishing I had an extra 4 inches, I am by no means asking for a second man. Thank you for the application. I mean, an extra 4 inches with the... What? Well, that's ridiculous. Who would want a 20-inch weight? Bah. Tisa says, why do we say that something is out of whack? Is there ever a point in time when it's in whack? Yes. I am right now, Tisa. You may have noticed I am in whack right now. I think it's pretty clear to everybody. I am completely in whack. Jesus says it. Jesus is a good, yeah. Here's another example of why the English language is so hard to learn by people from other countries. Because it doesn't make sense and there's exceptions for every single rule. For instance, we've got 21, 31, 41. Why isn't 11 1D1? Why isn't it 1D1? Shouldn't it be? Just does, yeah. David Jones says, I seem more askew to him than in whack. Well, you know, tomato, tomato. Oh, speaking of weird things, I started to think about Marcel's question about be the potato or feel the potato's pain. And I saw something yesterday, a video, online videos on somebody's Facebook that would just traumatized me. I couldn't watch the whole thing. It was in some Asian countries. I don't think they do it here in the U.S. They have restaurants where you can eat, like they have a little barbecue or soup bowl, eat a live animal, like a squid, or you eat a live fish while it's still alive. And these people were the squid, they were like putting it on a grill and grilling its legs, and it's trying to move and it's getting burnt, and they're like, ah ha ha ha! They popped its head. I mean, that's some kind of sick, traumatic torture. I don't want to torture an animal before I eat it, and I don't want to grill a live squid. And yeah, or they were taking squids and dumping them in boiling water. And Marcel says in some parts of the world, the people will eat a live monkey brain. And I saw one of the most horrible things I've ever seen. It's literally like the Hannibal Lecter of restaurants kind of thing, where I saw part of a video, and I don't know exactly which countries this happens in and if it's been made illegal in any countries, but they had, like, in the center of a table, they had like a little cage under the table and a thing so that the monkey was in the cage but its head was at table level, and they had like a thing around it, so just his head, he couldn't move his head. There was like the table went around him, so his head was on the table, and literally people were eating the brains of a live monkey. That is Hannibal Lecter. Oh, that's so... Bye, Sam. Yeah. Don't do that. And monkeys are very smart. Monkeys are like as smart as a small child. Yeah. Would you eat a small child? Jesus says, here's one for irony. Jesus says, why is the word for fear of long words an incredibly long word? Hippopotomonstroskeski Yeah, it's like a 50-letter long word. Why is the fear of long words an incredibly long word? Because somebody is just messing with you, Jesus. That's some sort of, yeah, whoever made that word is really, like, pretty outright, boldly messing with the people that are afraid of long words. That's pure irony there. They did that on purpose, Jesus. Marcel says, if you ask Santa Claus for coal for Christmas and then you're naughty, what are you going to get? You get nothing. Nothing. When I was growing up, we didn't have Christmas presents. We got an orange. I got an orange in my stocking for Christmas, and we were happy. We were grateful for that orange. None of this newfangled kids, tree full of presents. I walked to school in the snow barefoot for 5 miles. We didn't got no Christmas presents. Got an orange. You spoiled youngins. Get off my lawn. Marcel says, would you rather fart popcorn or have your past and future web browsing history available to everyone? I'm going to go with the second option, Marcel, because I think there's probably a way, if you're a hacker, to already see that. And B, I really think it would be inconvenient to fart popcorn. Yeah. David Jones says, I can already see everybody's web browsing history. Yes. David Jones has some secret snooper web program. Keystroke. Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, it's getting really dark. There's almost no light coming in. And it's 5:51. So we're gonna run out of light here in a second. Marcel says, you're trapped on a desert island with a beautiful companion, male or female, whichever is your preference. Would you rather be top half fish or your bottom half fish? I mean, half human, from either waist up, either fish or human, and the waist down, fish. That reminds me of the bunny rabbit. That reminds me of the cat trying to have sex with the chicken. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. It's just not gonna work. David Jones is like, this is what you think. Yeah, I don't know. Everything is moving so fast. All right, I am just about to sign off. But Wing Doggy, you look handsome with your beard. All right, so let me say goodbye to everybody. Let me make sure I got everybody here. All right, so I am just about to sign off, but let me say goodbye to Allura and Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tistis and Sam and St. Clinton and Fairies Lover and Angie Tomlinson and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Azure Yusuf and the Krem and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sam and St. Clinton and N1QOV and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and Cosmic Joe and Brett and Terry Sue and N1QOV and Boot and Swede and Wing Doggy and something loud. And let's see, did I get everyone? And Sturgis Guy. All right, kisses for everybody. I love you. I love you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Funny Friday. Bye.